All right, y'all, what's going on? It's Combo Breaker 99 back with another quick video. All right, y'all, back with some quick fight news. Now, just to let y'all know, this fight isn't confirmed. It is in the works, or potentially in the works. That's how they put it, Not confirmed yet. Just want y'all to know. I just want to give my thoughts on this matchup, how I think it would go, and what the fight means for both of these fighters, depending on what weight class it's at. All right. But as y'all know, the UFC, they plan on making a return to Brazil on May 4th. They're still putting that card together, and this is one of the potential fights that they're putting together for the card. Norma Dumont versus Irene Aldana is in the works for this card, which is kind of bad news now for Norma Dumont, which kind of tells us that she's not going to be fighting January 13th in a rematch with Macy Chiasson. Now, I thought that would have been a good idea to go ahead and let Macy Chiasson and Norma run it back, since both of their opponents pulled out, Ketlen Berry and Yana Santos, because of injuries. Go ahead and let these two fight it out since, they trained for it. They were already in fight mode. They got to stay active. They got to get paid, right? So go ahead and let these two fight because, it's been almost 2 years since Macy Chiasson's fought. And by the time Norma comes back in May, it'll have been 10 months, right? So try to let these girls stay active. Just go ahead and let them fight in a rematch. I'm sure they would have liked to have done that, whether it be 135 or 145. But doesn't look like they're going to get the fight. So Norma Dumont's going to be making her return. Maybe, she'll get paid more. Maybe she'll be on like the main card instead, just kind of give her more exposure because Norma, she's kind of in that mode where she's trying to fight her way towards a title shot, whether it be for like a vacant featherweight belt now since Amanda's gone, or whether it be at 135, if she can consistently make 135. That's another thing, right? She's kind of in that fight mode where she's really training for something, like she's training and fighting for something, so I'm curious as to see Norma Dumont's path now, like if she can stay consistent, if they can keep her going, because Irene Aldana, that's a big step up for her. That's like the highest step up of an opponent for Norma Dumont on her resume, because Norma Dumont's fought fighters like Aspen Ladd, Danielle Wolf, and Kel Rosa when Kel Rosa was ranked lower. And she also fought Chelsea Chandler, who's unranked at the time, or either that or she was already ranked like number 15, I believe. But a lot of those fighters weren't seasoned veterans like Irene Aldana. So this is a big step up for her. So that is kind of a good thing for her. But as y'all know, Irene Aldana, she's coming off her December W against Kel Rosa, which W can mean win or W can just mean war, because her and Kel Rosa, they went at it. I mean, that was another big fight for WMMA. Big drama show, like Triple G says. It was a big war. A lot of action in that fight. Both ladies earned a lot of respect, but at the same time, wars like that take years off of you, man. Because Kel Rosa, she put it on Aldana. Aldana took a lot of punishment in that fight, and that's one of the things I want to talk about in this potential matchup here. As far as how the matchup goes, I think it's interesting. I think it is a good fight. Like I said, it's a good step up for Norma Dumont if she plans on staying at 135. It's going to be her probably most seasoned fighter that she's fought. For Irene Aldana, it's going to be a dangerous fight for her. It's definitely a dangerous fight for her. Now, after looking at Aldana's last performance, okay, that erases the Amanda Nunes fight, right? It makes us say, okay, this girl's a warrior and she's a dog. She can go in there and take punishment and give everybody a show. But you don't take that approach against somebody like Norma Dumont. All right. Now, Norma Dumont may not be a title contender right now or a former champion, but the way Norma Dumont fights, this girl can hurt you. Like, I know she takes her foot off the gas at some points, but she just doesn't go in there and go tit for tat like they were doing. Like, Norma Dumont actually fights to dish out punishment and not take punishment. And that's why some people say some of her fights look a little boring, or like she doesn't pull the trigger, or even sometimes I feel like she holds back. You know what I mean? But it seems to be working for her. It works in her favor. The more I look at her fights, and I went back and looked at some of her fights, the reason she's winning some of these fights is because she will pull back and she won't go in there and take that punishment. She'll dish it out, but she'll kind of step back and fight a little bit more technical. Like, Irene Aldana definitely has the ability to be a technical boxer, but sometimes she'll just like stay in there and get hit, or, she'll kind of freeze up, or she'll get drawn into a war like she was in this last fight against Kel Rosa. But just looking at somebody like Norma Dumont, who throws a lot of combinations, who is a little bit more bottom heavy and has them big legs and can throw heavy calf kicks or just heavy inside leg kicks in general, I don't think Aldana wants to stand and bang like that with somebody like this. She's going to have to be on her technical game for sure. Like, you can't go in there and trade with Norma Dumont. Norma Dumont, her boxing and her speed, like when she throws those accurate shots, she can hurt you. Like, she hasn't scored too many knockouts, but she's hurt girls in there, even like Danielle Wolf, even Chelsea Chandler in that fight. Like, she has some heavy hands. So if Aldana's looking for a war with her, you know, she could really get hurt in this fight, especially if this fight is going to be at 145. Like I said, I don't know if they're going to do a featherweight fight with this one, or if they're going to keep it at 135, you know, but if they do this fight at 145, I can tell you right now, if Aldana goes in there and tries to put on another Karol Rosa type of war, she could get hurt. You know, she could get hurt in this fight because the combination is going to be coming from Norma Dumont, and she might even target that leg. You know, she might even be targeting that leg. Every combination going to end with a leg kick. She could hurt her in this one, because who knows, man? Like I said, these type of wars, they'll take something out of you. You know, they might gain you a lot of respect, but you can lose a little bit of life with every war you take. So, you know, Aldana's got to be careful with that. And who knows if the leg is going to be the same, because she just kept taking these shots. She was taking these shots. And, you know, that to me, that's almost like if somebody just kept taking a hammer and hitting you on your knuckles, you know, just kept hitting you on your knuckles over and over, and you never like moved your hand away. You just kept saying, oh, I can take it, you know. So that's going to cause some serious damage, long-term damage, because she took every single one of those leg kicks that Karol Rosa threw. I mean, Karol Rosa broke the record on leg kicks landed in that fight at bantamweight, I believe. So, you know, I don't know if that leg will be the same, you know, and coming back in another 5 months, you know, she's going to be coming back, okay, after that December 16th fight, right? It was around like mid-December. Mid-December. And then 5 months later, May 4th, she's coming back against a, you know, heavy-handed fighter and somebody that throws heavy leg kicks like Norma Dumont. Very dangerous fight for her. Could be a worthless fight too. Like I said, you know, no reward if it's at 145, right? So for Aldana's sake, hopefully she could get it down to 135, because if it's a 135, you know, the weight advantage will probably be for Aldana, because if Norma Dumont still has trouble making weight, she might be a little bit more flatter in this fight and might not hit as hard. So that would favor Aldana in the long run. But even if it went to the ground, you know, even then Norma Dumont might have more success. But yeah, like I said, this fight is in the works. You know, I'll let y'all know when it is fully confirmed. But let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this one. Who do y'all think it favors more if it's at 145? Who does it favor at 135? I think it favors Aldana at 135, but again, 145 is more so for Norma Dumont. But again, Aldana better not be looking for a war against Norma Dumont like this one, because Norma's going to be taking steps back, and she might get clipped in this one and put out. Combo Breaker 99, I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.